What's going on, YouTube? It's MotorCityMan here, back with another video. Welcome back to the Late Night Podcast. And tonight's discussion is going to be about why it's harder for the young generation to work 9-to-5 jobs in 2023. It's getting real, y'all. It's getting very real. But that's what life is about. Change, growth, development, and problem solving. Finding new ways to solve for problems in your life. How to grow and get to that next level. How to learn and use that knowledge, what you learn, to elevate your life in whatever area you are currently exploring or into at that particular moment. And it's getting real this year. It's been getting real since 2020, and I know a lot of people, man. They're in that state of mind where they're not trying to work. They're not trying to work. None of these regular jobs, none of these local jobs, and it's getting to a point where they're not applying for jobs anymore. It's like it's a lot of young people that's just not applying for jobs anymore, and it's crazy. Cause me personally, man, like the reason I'm doing this late night podcast is because I want to talk about certain topics, and I want to connect with the audience by sharing my personal experiences and what I go through, what I've went through in the past of coming of age, and what I had to go about, how I had to go about my life in areas I dealt with in the past. But yeah, like I was saying, man, a lot of guys, man, a lot of people, man, they're just not applying for jobs anymore. They're not looking for new jobs, or they just. And then what happened 2020 with the unemployment and everything, it really got bad because everybody was trying to collect those benefits, and it put a lot of businesses in a tough situation because they were unable to hire younger people, more employees as the years went on. Because me personally, man, I used to work jobs since I was in high school. Like my first job in 9th grade year, as I might recently have said in the past episodes of the Late Night Podcast, that my first job, I was a Detroit golf caddy here in Detroit, Michigan, and that was 9th grade year, freshman year, that summer when I first started working that job, man. And it was different. It changed my life. It made me connect more with others. It taught me a lot of key things about life in general, about patience, a lot of other things. But it made me more responsible too, being able to show up on time, take care of my business, and it was just a different experience though, just being able to work there and be able to see others, play the game. And I've met a lot of great people there too, and it was an awesome experience. Yeah, man, I've been working jobs since high school, man. Like, I've worked in a few places in high school. I even did community service, did volunteer work at Goodwill one summer, man. It was awesome, man. I can't lie. It was kind of fun because the people, they was awesome. They was real cool to work with. And that's another reason why it's becoming harder for younger people to work jobs in 2023, because it's getting harder to work around certain people and certain jobs now. And it's one of the things us younger people we have to deal with day to day when working these 9-to-5 jobs or these local jobs with these local companies. And it's different now in 2023 with everything changing, all these social movements being formed, and how the black culture has changed or grew over the years, and it's different, man. And I understand to a certain extent, like what these younger guys is going through, man. These younger people, ladies too, like my generation. It's crazy, man, because a lot of people, they will just chill out, sit down on their ass, man, on their butt. Like, let me keep it a buck. They'll chill out. They'll just say, screw it, man, and just chill out. Don't even apply for jobs. Don't even try to make no type of money or bring in no type of income. And it's unfortunate to really see people live like that, to where they don't have any type of motivation or hustle to get to a check, or it's not about money though. It's not about money. It's about building relationships, being able to have a conversation to where somebody can pour into you just from having a conversation. Not even be able to give you something, but just be able to like give you some type of wisdom or knowledge to where you can use that and move effectively in your life to better yourself. And but money is definitely a tool, and it took me a while to really understand that, because we're brainwashed to think like it's everything, or it's but really a tool if you really know how to use it. And but that's another video or topic we can get into later on. But it's becoming harder for my generation, the younger generation, the millennials, to work 9-to-5 jobs in 2023. And some people, it's hard for them to really deal with different personalities that come with working these jobs. And sometimes people don't know how to communicate with others to where you can get your message across, but saying in that exact tone to where it's actually reflected, to where they can comprehend it in a way where they can move accordingly from getting the message across. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with communicating, and not even just that, just being responsible, being able to show up on time, being able to show up every day. And it's getting tough. And with social media being the biggest distraction, with social media being the biggest distraction ever in a young person's life, it's crazy, man, because that's where their mind is, their attention is 24/7, and it's harder for them to really wake up, lock in, focus, and understand like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to really be I need to really be applying for jobs, trying to figure out, okay, where I can go next, or how can I get this next job, or who's doing open interviews or whatever. Excuse me, it's late night, man. But no, yeah, man, it's just being able to figure out their own situation, and it just goes back to like having good character, being responsible. But a lot of kids, I don't want to say kids, but a lot of young adults, my age and younger, we struggle with being responsible, we struggle with holding ourselves accountable for our own decisions, and it goes into your worth ethic too, your motivation, and a lot of guys, man, they not motivated enough to like keep pushing forward. Not everybody wants to work a job, like people have dreams and goals and aspirations in life, but sometimes you gotta be willing to get out of your current state of mind and understand, like, that current job you're running away from, that could be a stepping stone to you investing into what you're really trying to do in life. And most people, they don't understand it. It's hard for them to keep going forward because they push themselves back, not even knowing they blocking their blessings. Like, seriously, you think people working these 9-to-5 jobs really want to do that? No, but they understand, in order to survive, in order to provide, in order to keep going, to live the life they want to live, they have to. They owe it to themselves to keep going. Nobody else. It's easy to sit down and do nothing. It's harder to put things into action. Even if you fail, you tried. That's what matters. You tried. Most people, man, they won't be able to go with you, man. They won't be able to stick around all the time. We need more people, young adults, to take accountability for their decisions. It's just hard to work jobs in 2023. You have younger people seeing certain lifestyles being shown on social media, and it influences them to believe that they can have that same lifestyle right then and there at that particular moment. But they have to understand, like, people like that, that's flourishing financially, they worked hard. They worked hard to get to where they are. And it takes time. It takes that moment in your life where you got to tell yourself, like, all right, bet. I'll fall back. I ain't about to rush. I ain't going to force myself to financial freedom or greatness or whatever. And I'm going to stay down. I'm going to stay down until I come up, because I'm going to come up the right way. I'm going to do this the right way. And I'm not forcing myself in no situation to where I'm not trying to be in the long run. If I want the best lifestyle that I can live, I'm going to stay down and grind. I'm going to go ahead and work this little job. I'm going to go ahead work this little job. Give me a little apartment. Give me a little car to keep me going back and forth, to keep me to show up to work every day on time, ready to work, ready to put in the effort to better my life, you know? I ain't just gonna sit around and wait for something to fall into place, or wait for somebody to give me something. No, I'm gonna go and make my mark, or I'm gonna go and do it myself. It's a lot of young guys, man, that's working 9 to 5. They trying to put that work in. They trying to do it the right way. Yeah, they trying to put that work in. But they still in that state of mind to where they in that trauma based mentality, to where they bringing the hood to work, and that's where it becomes an issue. See, when younger guys in like 25, 33 and lower, it's what I would say young guys are. 33, because there's some 33-year-olds that's still moving in that type of way, to where they showing up to work like it's the hood or whatever, like it's, you know, and that's not cool. That's not professional. That's not being able to see things when you're. It's important to be yourself, definitely. You definitely want to be yourself, but first impression is everything also, but it's important to be yourself. Definitely, you have to be yourself, but when you working jobs, you want to move as professional as possible, just like the business world, because it's important, man. It's important to be professional and just be mature, have that mature mindset, that mature presence, and that mature approach when working with others, communicating and being involved in a collaborative situation. Or it's a lot of guys where I work at, man, they bring the hood to work, they act like they on the block or something, or in the whatever, but that's not always, you can't move like that everywhere, because you can mistaken a younger guy for some other younger guy that's out here doing the wrong thing, because it's older people that's starting to judge us younger guys. It's a lot of younger guys running wild out here, man, and it's something that's got to be spoken about or discussed. And a lot of these older guys, man, they gotta understand not all of us young guys are moving crazy, or acting wild, robbing people or whatever. Excuse me, y'all. I think I'm getting sick. I'm gonna have to drink some tea after this. But I'm gonna cut this one short because it's late. That's one thing, and I am coming up with some type of fever or whatever. It's harder for this younger generation to work 9 to 5 jobs. People want to be famous. People want to be rich, wealthy, financially free, and it's harder for them to go in every day, clock in day to day, and work and get paid by the hour. They don't have any transportation. It's hard for a lot of people to get around just to do what they want to do, not even just work a job alone. A lot of jobs are far from where they currently stay, or and it requires transportation to get there. Sometimes the bus might not be heading that direction where the job is, from where that person might be staying, and they don't have a car or someone to assist them in taking them home. Transportation is one of the biggest reason why it's harder for a lot of younger people to work. They don't have a way to get around, and I don't blame them. Me personally, I never like catching the bus. Younger people do not like holding themselves accountable, because I said that earlier in the video, but I want to say that again, because it comes down to being able to go into a job and take orders from a boss or a supervisor or whatever, because sometimes they might not like that supervisor and how they communicate with them. And that goes back to what I was just saying earlier as well. Being able to communicate effectively is to be able to get the message across in a certain tone that's respectable to follow or cohere, or but just being able to take advice and follow directions and orders. I don't want to just say orders, but follow directions and being able to listen. It's harder for the younger generation to really work. And I feel like it can get better, but with the way social media is, the rise of content creation, content creators, it's gonna be a lot harder for our young generation to continue to work local 9 to 5 jobs. A lot of people deal with anxiety, depression. It's hard to focus sometimes for the young generation. It's hard to focus and really lock in and really get something done when you have all these distractions. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Late Night Podcast, man. We gonna turn up more in the future episodes. I'm gonna turn up, man. We gonna really dive into these discussions, man. Tonight's video was kind of cut short because I'm a little bit sick right now. I'm working on myself a little bit more. It's late, and I got a few other things to take care of before I close my eyes for the night. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all whoever tuned in. Like the video, share it to a friend or whatever. Comment down below of other topics or what you think I should cover or discuss or whatever content you would like to see in the future. And we gonna go from there, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Stay tuned for the next one. Late Night Podcast with MotorCityMan. Peace.